Hey, what's up? It's John Belcher here, doing this video for those of you who are freedom fighters out there, those of you who are in business, small businesses, those of you who are in network marketing, direct sales, MLM. I'm doing this video and I have a few questions to ask you today. Right? I have a few questions to ask you, and the first question I have to ask you is, what would you do in your life if time and money weren't an issue for you? You know, what would you be doing in your life? What would you be doing with your life? Would you go on the beach with your family and sink your toes into the hot sand while the beautiful sun gives you a tan and the beautiful breeze brushes past your face, while chilling out on a beach chair, just hanging out with the umbrella at the top, you know, while sipping on a Corona or a margarita, or having some shrimp cocktail or something, while your phone goes off with commissions after commission? What would you do with your life? Or would you travel the world, you know, inspiring people, telling people about your business, telling people about your products, telling people about how you can help them and benefit them? You know, or maybe you would just spend more time at home with your family, right? What would you do? What would you do if time and money weren't an issue for you? And the reason why I ask you, maybe you would go and just throw events, right, in front of thousands of people. Maybe you'll throw events and have thousands of people come and see you and hear your story, hear how you went from, you know, maybe from a negative situation to a positive situation, or how you went from broke to six figures, or how you went from making $0 in your business to ranking up to becoming a top producer. What would you do if time and money was not an issue for you, right? And I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that for a second, because once you start thinking about what time and money, if time and money wasn't an issue for you, once you start thinking about what you would do, that's how you're going to create a vision for yourself and for your business, right? You're going to create a vision in your mind of the person you want to become, right? You're going to create a vision in your mind of where you want to get to. And that's going to allow you empowerment, right? Because that's what being a mega level student is, everything that I'm talking about in this video, right? When you talk about the mega level, what you're talking about is a training course, right? In a program where you'll be able to see your vision clearly, right? You'll be able to, which is most important, is just formulate a strategy for your business that works, because that's really all you need in business, right? Just think about it. All you need in business is a good, sound strategy that works. And it doesn't have to be some extravagant, super complex strategy. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be some type of rocket scientist to create a strategy. You get what I'm saying? So, but here's what I recommend, right? Here's what I recommend, right? While you're thinking about what you will do, have, or become if time and money was not an issue for you, while you're thinking about that, I want to tell you what type of strategy is going to be a sound strategy for your business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter if you're a consultant, distributor, representative, salesperson. It doesn't really matter, right? But here's what your strategy should always have. Your strategy should, number one, have a way for you to generate new leads in your business, right? Because leads are the lifeblood of your business. That's literally what's going to keep your business alive, is the new leads that come into your funnel, the new leads that come into your, your message, the new leads that come to your website, whatever. So your strategy should have a way to generate new leads on a daily basis. Your strategy should also encompass something where you can connect with those new people, right? You connect with those new people, connect with those new leads. And then your strategy should also have a method where you can follow up with those new leads. You get what I'm saying? So you get leads, you connect with the leads, and then you follow up with the leads, right? And while you're doing that process of getting leads, connecting with leads, and following up with the leads, while you're doing that process, whatever the strategy is that you choose, your strategy should have something that builds some type of rapport with the customers as you take them through your process of becoming a lead, connecting with them, and following up with them. That whole process should allow you to build rapport with them. You know what I'm saying? So I remember I used to be at these like Amway meetings when I first got introduced to MLM network marketing. I used to go to these Amway meetings, and the guy who was at the top producer of this team, of this organization that I went to the hotel, you know, in Long Island, he had a big, huge team. And he was making about $80,000 a month. And I'm sitting there at the time, I'm like 18, 19, probably like 20, I probably was like about 20 years old. And I'm sitting there at the time, I'm like, I'm like, this guy's making $80,000 a month just from building a team, from building an organization. That is crazy. Like, someday that's gonna be me. That's all I kept thinking, is someday that's gonna be me. But in the process, I didn't understand, at that time, I didn't understand what his strategy was. You get what I'm saying? Now, that was an offline strategy that he was using, but it still did what I'm telling you to do. It still encompassed this whole process that I'm talking about of getting new leads, connecting with the leads, and then following up with those leads, right? So his strategy, the way his strategy was that the company he would get team members on his team to get new people to come to the events, to come to the hotels. And when they came to the hotels, they would see him speak, right? They would see him teach, they would see him educate, they would see him share his story. So while you're at the event sitting there and you're listening to this guy making $80,000 a month, you're getting to know him. You're getting to learn about his story. You're getting to see his personality, right? So in that process, what he was doing was building rapport. And I didn't understand it at that time. So that's why his strategy was so successful, because he knew how to get new leads, knew how to connect with leads, the new leads, and he knew how to follow up with those leads, all while building a rapport with them. You get what I'm saying? So when we talk about a mega level education, when you become a mega level student, we're talking about taking your mindset, taking your game, taking your strategies, taking your methods to a level where you get consistent sales in your business. Consistent sales in your business. I'm not talking about, going weeks without getting sales. No, who wants to deal with that, right? You can't have a sustainable business if you're going weeks without getting sales. I'm talking about having the ability to get sales on a daily basis, right? And then now, once you're getting sales on a daily basis and you're consistently getting sales, now your vision is getting clear. Now you're seeing how you can go and purchase that Bahama ticket, take that flight to the Bahamas or Hawaii, right? Now you're seeing how that's going to be possible because you have a business that's running like a well-oiled machine, right? You have a business that's running like a well-oiled machine. So you want to build rapport. You want to build rapport with people, right? You want to build rapport with people. When you build a rapport with a person or a prospect, what happens is it's like the person becomes 100 times more interested in listening to what you have to say. They become 100 times more interested in listening to your business opportunity, right? The person will become 100 times more interested in learning about your products, seeing how your products work. You get what I'm saying? So that aspect of you connecting and following up, building rapport, sharing your story with people, right? Showing people what you're doing on a daily basis to get sales, to get leads. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it takes, a simple strategy. It's not rocket science. It just takes a simple strategy to break through in your business. A simple strategy, but it has to be a consistent strategy, right? It has to be simple, but it also has to be consistent. You get what I'm saying? I can't really build rapport with people who I barely connect with. Does that make sense, right? Does that make sense? So I got a question for you, right? I got a question for you. Just think about it for yourself and answer it for yourself to know if what I'm talking about, if it's logical, if what I'm saying makes sense or not. So what if you're just walking down a block, right, and you're just hanging out, right? Just walking down a block, and some random person out of nowhere comes up to you and says, look, hey man, do you want to get, or hey woman, or hey lady, do you want to get started in a business and start making $100,000 a month? Do you want to get started? Here's a piece of paper. Just sign your name here and pull out your credit card and get started in a business with me. You'll be able to make $100,000 a month. If somebody walked up to you and just said that to you, how willing would you be to sign up with that person in business? Would you pull out your pen and sign your signature on that contract? Would you pull out your credit card and just sign up right away with that person, that random person who just walked up to you randomly in the street and asked you to sign up with them in business or buy their product? Well, you may buy a product, right? You may buy a product. Who knows? Maybe if you really needed that product, you probably would buy it even if you didn't know the person. But naturally, if somebody who you don't know at all from a hole in the wall comes up to you with a business proposition and tells you to just sign up, naturally, you won't be willing to do business with them, right? So I want you to think about that. You won't be willing to do business with them. So I want you to think about what would be a smarter way to get people to do business with you? What would be a smarter way to get people to buy products from you? What would be a smarter way to get people to partner up with you? Well, a smarter way would be, first, to have that person see you on a more frequent basis, right? Have your prospects see you on a more frequent basis. Why? Because like I just said, the person who comes up to you who you don't know at all, the chances of you joining their business or buying their product decreases because you don't know them at all. Now, if you start to see that person more often, let's say this is a person who's a family friend, right? And let's say this person is a person who you see sometimes at church, right? Let's say this is a person where you see them sometimes at the family barbecues. Let's say this is a person where sometimes you run into them in the street and you've seen them multiple times. Maybe they're a person who's in a relationship with somebody in your family, so they're a family friend, right? Now, if that person who you see at the family barbecues, you see them at church, you know they're a cool person, whatever. If that person now was to talk to you about a business in like some type of, a function, some type of a family gathering, if they were to talk to you about a business or present a business to you, your chances of listening to them, number one, and your chances of even looking into the business is going to naturally increase, right? It's going to naturally increase because you've already established some type of rapport with this person. You're like, all right, I know this person. Okay, I see what this person is capable of. I trust them. They seem like a pretty cool person. Why not give this a start? Why not get started today? Why not pull out my credit card today and get started so I could change my life, right? So that I can travel the world, so that I can quit my job, whatever your vision may be with that business. But you see how that example I just gave you of somebody you don't know versus somebody you do know talking to you about business, you see how that affects, the results in your sales, right? So that's basically it. You need a simple strategy, just a simple strategy. You don't need anything complex. You just need a simple strategy that allows you to pull in new leads on a daily basis. That's number one, pull in new leads on a daily basis. The simple strategy should also allow you to connect with those new leads on a daily basis. Connect with new leads as well as old leads on a daily basis. That's the second thing. And the third thing is that strategy should allow you to follow up. It should allow you to follow up with all of those leads on a daily basis if you want daily sales, right? And this is how you start to get to a mega level of income, a mega level of thinking, right? Because when we talk about the mega level of education, of course, we're talking about the course, but it's really just a new way of thinking. It's a new way of looking at yourself. It's a new way of looking at your business with the confidence that you need. You know what I mean? The confidence that you need to go out there and take massive action and produce results in your business. Produce results, get sales, get new customers, build an organization, build a team. Tell your story, go around the world, inspire people, impact people. That's what this whole movement is all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. So, yeah. So I hope that this video, you got value from this video. Please like, share, and comment on this video if you got value from this video. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed yet. I would appreciate that. The movement is growing. We're taking the movement to another level, right? Someday, some way, there will be millions of subscribers on my channel. Someday, some way. Someday, some way, you will be able to quit your job. I'm claiming it. I'm claiming abundance over your life. I'm claiming prosperity over your life. I'm claiming clarity over your life. I'm claiming understanding over your life. I'm claiming success over your life. I'm claiming nothing but abundance and positive and good things over your life, because if you run with me and my team, if you lock arms with us, right, and you get all of the training packages and you get your level, your level of thinking to a mega level, if you do that, your life will never be the same again. Your life will never ever be the same again. It will never ever be the same again, because there's no possible way you can enlighten your brain and still think the same way you've been thinking or been doing the same things you've been doing, right? You're gonna start to do different things. You're gonna start to think in a more enlightened way. And naturally, you're going to be a more successful entrepreneur. You're going to be a more successful entrepreneur. But this whole mission that we're on is about building you up. It's about making you smarter in business. It's about making you wiser in business. It's about helping you to make and create more strategies that allow you to bring in leads, allow you to connect with those leads, and allow you to follow up with those leads. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's about developing you to become a better coach. It's about developing you to become a better leader. It's about developing you to become a better businessman, a better businesswoman, a better wife, a better husband, a better son, a better daughter. That's what this is all about at the end of the day. If your vision isn't clear, right? You got to have a clear vision. What do you want to do? If time and money was not an issue for you, what would you be doing on a daily basis? Think about it. What would you be doing? If time and money wasn't an issue, you're not even thinking about time and money. You're just doing you. What would you be doing on a daily basis? Now that you got that image in your head, right? You got that image in your head of what you're going to be doing on a daily basis once time and money is not an issue for you. And you're realizing right now, it's not impossible to happen. You can see it happen in your head. You're seeing it right now. You're imagining it. You're saying, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing once time and money is not an issue for me. So once you have that imprint in your mind, it's now possible. It's now possible. It just became possible for you. Right? The imagination is there in your mind, and it just became possible for you. Time and money is no longer an issue for you. What would you be doing? Now that you have that image in your mind, I want you to keep that image in your mind. And I want you to have that image in your mind every single day. Every single day, periodically throughout the day, think about what you would be doing on a daily basis if time and money wasn't an issue for you. And then what's going to happen is that thought is going to work on your mind, and it's going to get you to start acting. You're going to start doing things in a way that's going to pull whatever you're thinking about to you. It's going to pull whatever you're imagining to you, right? If you're thinking about it on a daily basis. And then once you're thinking about it, you start speaking about your vision, right? You want to speak about your story to people, share your vision with people, right? Share some value with people. Tell people exactly what your organization, your mission is to do. Let them know exactly the products it is that you have to offer, exactly how you're going to help them, and then more people are going to be open to joining you in your business. But you got to be willing to speak it. You got to be willing to think it. You got to be willing to think it and speak your vision, right? Like my vision is to create 1,000 six-figure earners in network marketing, direct sales, small business. I want people who are entrepreneurs to be able to do exactly what they want without time and money being an issue. That's my vision, my personal vision. Now, what's your personal vision for your team? What is your personal vision? And I want you to go out there and I want you to speak your vision, believe in it wholeheartedly, and take action on that. And watch, my friend, how your life changes. Watch how your life changes as you start to think more about your vision and imagine it more on a daily basis. And that's how you're going to get to a mega level of lifestyle, right? A mega level of thinking, a mega level of education, and a mega level of results. So I hope this makes sense. It's Jonathan Belcher. I'm going to see you later.